Hello everyone, it's the Anime here, and today we're going to be doing a My Hero Academia episode review on episode 6, season 5. So yeah, with that, hit that shit. Now I'm just going to get out of the way here. Honestly, I'm just glad these two fights are over, and we're going to get to the heavy hitters in the next episode, because the last two fights were kind of meh. So yeah, just gonna get that out of the way. These last two fights have been kind of meh, but the episode does start out with like a full-on recap of the last couple episodes, which they kind of have to do because these fights are like meant to be like really short, like they were in the manga. Like they might not even be able to last an episode without the recap, so they have to do that in order to end like the season in a comfortable like place, which they're gonna have another arc after this, obviously. And that arc's honestly going to be 2 times better than this arc. But yeah, there's just a lot of recap and stuff like that in these episodes for that reason, which kind of does take away from like the feeling of like new content, because if you're going over something that you already have, then yeah, so it's just a little nitpicky things. But then once we get into new content, where the mushroom girl, and let me just say she kind of cute though, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, once the mushroom girl starts using her power, and let me just say something, this girl's power is freaking lethal. She can control the mushroom she uses, okay? She can control the mushroom she uses. She can put them anywhere. This girl's power is just lethal, because if she wanted to, she can use poisonous mushrooms, okay? And poisonous mushrooms, like, there's a wide variety of ones that can just kill you and one that can make you very sick. Like, she probably could have used, like, a poisonous mushroom if she wanted to, just to make them very sick. But I don't think that's probably the plan, even though it probably would have worked. And Recovery Girl's probably on the scene, so it probably would have been fine, but I'm just saying, and the Mushroom Girl probably is freaking maybe like ranks in like the top 5 in like the first years. I have to say, just based on how powerful a quirk is alone. Now my one question is like, how the heck did mushrooms work on robots in order for her to get in? Because I don't think she got in via recommendation, but that's really besides the point. So they use that quirk, and then they class 1B begins to attack, and then we get introduced to another character, which would be I think it's a Manga Man is his superhero name, which makes sense. And this guy's quirk too, it rivals Shoto's, Bakugo's, and Deku's. I don't understand what this guy was doing the sports festival. Bruh, unless this quirk was like weaker then, I guess that could make sense. But like, this guy can make woods appear at thin air, and they're the freaking size of buildings. Like, okay, he does say that there's like a slight limit where his throat hurts after a little bit of using his quirk, but even still, this man was making woods the size of buildings made out of stone. Like, how like, this is overpowered. And then not even that, he can make like humidity and stuff like that. I don't really know the full extent of his quirk. If he like does something like shock, will people experience the feeling shock? Because if so, then he's better than Kaminari. If he says something like heat, then the people start experiencing heat, bro. That rivals Todoroki. I'm just over here like, how is this man not in the sports festival? I mean, his character was probably created for this arc, but still, like, how was he not? Like, it's just so overpowered quirk that honestly puts him in the top 3, like almost knocking out like Bakugo probably, freaking out of the top 3 if you want to put class 1B in here. I'm just like, bruh. But yeah, he uses his power to create a divide between Momo and the rest of the team, since Momo is obviously the brain. Now, I was watching a video and they said that Momo was like had the same like battle prowess or like tactic level of All For One. I'm like, huh? That's not true. But she's still very good at battle tactics. You can't downplay her ability. So honestly, it's good because she's probably better in any battle tactics or creating battle like strategy out of anyone in the hero course. So probably maybe anyone in the hero course's school in Japan at least, because she was able to literally outplay a freaking person with the IQ quirk. So I mean, what can you do really? She obviously is, and that was from a different school, so you kind of just shows you how smart Yayorozu is. And obviously she needs that because her quirk is overpowered. Like, don't get me wrong, Yayorozu's quirk is overpowered. Like, creation out of anything, just out of her matter herself. But you can't really do much when it's like kind of based off like your body mass, and you have to like eat a decent amount. Which honestly, hey, that's a pretty good quirk. Eat whatever you want. But yeah, so they separate her off, which honestly it works, but also doesn't work, because Yayorozu just pulls out a surprise, a freaking cannon. This motherfucker Yayorozu has like some cannon kink or something, I don't know, and just. Well, honestly, it's a bluff. Like, you ain't gonna try to kill someone during a training, thing. Honestly, although it might work. But yeah, you ain't gonna try to kill someone during a training thing because you're obviously just here and it's just training. So, Big Hand Girl, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. Big Hand Girl, what was it? Fist Hero? I don't know. But Big Hand Girl, she also is pretty smart, but not smart as Yayorozu. So they kind of going at it until she pulls out a cannon. And it's just like, what you gonna do? Try to blow a hole in the wall? And no, she's freaking launching a care package from the sky. Someone got a kill streak. It's alright. And basically, this package has goggles and also some disinfectant spray to stop any fungus from growing on you, which basically stops the mushroom growth quick and also kills the mushrooms. So Tokoyami and Invisible Girl. Oh yeah, one more thing. Never Stop Twinkling, or Aoyama, kind of freaking useless. He has a really powerful quirk, but he's just being useless. Like, he has a quirk for that shadow guy, and also he's a long range quirk, which honestly might be able to take out what's-your-face, the Mushroom Girl, because it's long range, and long range just is overpowered in this situation. So most, if not all, no, most of them have a short range quirk besides the manga guy. And I feel like he already used out his max quirk limit just based on the fact when the Invisible Girl starts her like attack or hand-to-hand combat, he doesn't use it, so he might have been at his limit, which is also another thing that might be holding him back, is just his limit, because his throat begins to hurt after he starts using his manga quirk. After a little while, if he overuses it, he might just lose his voice or something like that. It's a possibility. We don't know a lot about his quirk, and this is like the last time we see it, so I think that's a possibility. So honestly, Aoyama would have been a very vital part of this fight if he would have just been more useful. He probably would have won. But anyhow, then we have Tokoyami and Invisible Girl. There's infrared goggles to help him see the enemy, since I believe the shadow guy, even though he blends in with the shadows, he doesn't lose his heat temperature, so you can still see him like where he is because he doesn't lose his heat temperature, he just blends in with the shadow. Then you also get to see where the Mushroom Girl is, and they just happen to be together. So Tokoyami has a speed part of his flying ability that he learned from Hawks, like, because speed, if you don't have enough strength, then speed is obviously good too, because if they can't hit you, they could just hit them over and over again, and eventually those blows are going to start dealing damage. And also, the faster you're going, the harder things are going to hit, a car going at 1 mile per hour is going to hit less than a car going 60 miles per hour, it's kind of logic at that point. And Hawks taught Tokoyami that in his internship, so just some more like simple skills that Tokoyami learned, which makes sense. So basically, Tokoyami rushes the Mushroom Girl and the Shadow Guy and takes out the Shadow Guy by using his cape and just freaking squeezing him in, just like, haha, got you, you're stuck in here now. which honestly kind of doesn't make sense because I don't see why he can't just slip out of it, because it's not like he's like allergic to sunlight and he can't go in the sunlight. I mean, he can just slip out whenever he wants, I feel, but okay, whatever. Then we have the Mushroom Girl, just kind of got caught by Dark Shadow. But this is where we see Mushroom Girl's just lethality of her quirk come in even more. I'm just saying, she's lethal. Lethal with a capital L. Every letter in lethal is capitalized with this girl. She freaking puts mushrooms in the man's lungs. Like, this man ain't breathing. This man ain't gonna be breathing good for 3 hours. There ain't no way to get that out until they disappear. If she wanted to, she could kill a man. She can kill a man, okay? Anyone she can kill. Like, they're so lucky that the Mushroom Girls just decided to be a hero, because if not, wow, free, man. It don't matter who you are unless you have some, like, regenerative ability. You're gonna die facing her. You know, even if you manage to take her out, like, you probably will die, because if she puts a poison mushroom in, like, your lungs or your heart, you know, we're not even mentioning the other organ she could put it in, and just instant kill moves. I'm just saying, this Mushroom Girl's lethal. And then we see that basically Tokiyami's out, drops Shadow Guy, and then Mushroom Girl, like, haha, you should have knocked me out, sucker, you know? Which honestly, if we would have knocked out of it in game, because Tokiyami probably win against the Big Hand Girl. And the Big Hand Girl basically just goes over to Invisible Girl and just grabs her and just like, haha, gotcha, you know, because Invisible Girl. And her only quirk's being invisible, so, you know, the only reason she got into UA is because they couldn't prove that she didn't destroy any, you know, robots. So, hey, gotta let her in, mate. Gotta let her in. But, yeah. They basically, Class 1B won, and overall, it's kind of a mollywop. Like, their powers were just stronger, honestly, than what Class 1A had on their team at this point. So, yeah, that's mostly why it was a full-on mollywop. Now, if Aoyama would have done his job, I mean, but that's besides the point. Overall, I would have to give this episode a 6 out of 10. Like I said before, I really haven't been enjoying the past 4 episodes. And it's not because, like, the anime's bad or the animation's bad or anything like that. It's just kind of, like, boringish. Just the past, like, 4 episodes, because we don't have any heavy hitters or anything. Like, Tokiyami was, like, the heaviest hitter we've had in the past episodes. And I guess Yaoyorozu fight was alright, but nothing really to write home about. So, you know, the 6 out of 10. The next fights are going to be better, though, since I know what happened in them already. Maybe that doesn't help with me, with the excitement factor. But, yeah, 6 out of 10. And, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, or not. You have free will. And, yeah, ZAnime, signing off.